start by introducing myself. Before I'm anything else, I'm a child of God. Ne? I'm a child of God. I'm a very God-fearing woman, and in everything I do, I put God first. Amen. If you want to be successful in life and reach for your dreams, please invest in your relationship with God, because God is the only permanent thing in your life. Your parents will die, your friends will die, they will leave you, but God is the only permanent thing in your life. So, igama, my name is Mary Chirwa, okay? Bengfunda I matriculated in the year 2019 and went to study my Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering at Wits University. I hold an honors degree in civil engineering, and I'm currently pursuing my master's degree in structural engineering. You might want to write things down. What is structural engineering? Okay? And I'm also a candidate engineer at the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Okay? And Kulani Grow is my baby. Okay? So Kulani Grow was founded in the year 2022. We help you guys to actually be able to apply to university, but at the same time, we offer mentorship and career guidance so that you guys know exactly what you want to do. Also, to have higher chances of employment post-graduation, because we don't want you to be sitting at home as a graduate, right? Okay, so now that I'm done with introducing myself, I'll be introducing our guest speakers first. So, Bengisho kutkana losis lower BCom, ne LLB, levels, 2 qualifications, and she's just 24, guys. So, I'm gonna call upon Miss Ritabile Sabatao. More, okay? And then now, I'm going to call upon our brother. So we have a brother who holds a Bachelor of Business Science, majoring in actuarial sciences. I got it wrong. He holds a Bachelor of Business Science in actuarial science, and he majored in quantitative finance at UCT, guys. Which is like the #1 university in Africa. So imagine holding a degree in actuarial science from the best university in the continent. Now this is the it guy, okay? He's a serial entrepreneur, a DJ. He's also a producer, guys. Yo. I send this of me, yeah. Send him busy, okay? Ikamala lo put, ula put on tengela matigiti. His name is Teriso Khosi Mahange. Give it up for him. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm gonna introduce our last guest speaker. Now, a brief background. This person is my friend. Okay? So we went to university together, we started together, we finished together. I'm so proud of her. So this person is a recent graduate from Wits University. She holds an honors degree in civil engineering. She holds an honors degree in civil engineering. She is currently working as a graduate tailings engineer at SLR. Now you might want to take notes. What is SLR? What is tailings? What is a tailings engineer? You know, we only have a few in the country, so you need to make sure that you get your facts straight. Ne? It's an amazing career. So it's part of geotechnical engineering, okay? She's also doing her master's degree in tailings management at Wits University. So I'd like you guys to help me welcome Miss Sasega Matebula, Mary's friend. Science is challenging, guys. So if you're able to do it like 2 qualifications, biological science and actuarial science, guys. Actuarial science ile ufuna uphase ngabo 7 abayi 7. Uzungene and ukuyiceda ke akuphumeki lapha. So if inibona umuntu ophumile nibothi hey, siyamsaluta lo muntu lo. He is an SQL developer. So muntu yabo owezinto ama-computer. And he's a system consultant. Ane? Please help me welcome Mr. Sibusiso Twala. Thank you so much. You'll be seated there. Thank you so much. And now, let me introduce this amazing woman, okay? She holds 3 qualifications. She holds a qualification in somatology. You might want to write that down. In mathematical science. And an advanced short-term insurance certificate holder. Now this is a big gun, okay? Please help me welcome Miss Alinda Nukwa. Thank you so much for coming. All right, now, it's better lawyer, better legal consultant. Okay, so this person, he also has his own baby. He's the founder and creative director of Langerville's Finest. He offers legal and business services to small enterprises. He's actually a legal consultant. He also does administration for the Gauteng Department of Education, for the GCRA. Yabo manifuna amabhazari kungcono nje nikhulume naye nje nithi hayi bhuti mina igama lami nguzibani bani. Ngicela ubhale igama lami phansi mase ngifunda matric ne ngithi makuza ama application babona igama lami. Please, okay? So please help me welcome Mr. Gift Makeke. Thank you so much for coming. You'll see that the desk with your picture on it also. Thank you. And now, siyazi khona abantu abathanda ama-performance, angisho? Abathanda uku-actor, abathanda i-theater. So, we have Umamla, okay? She holds a qualification in musical theater. Okay? Her professional career includes singing, modeling, radio presenting, and acting. Please help me welcome Upamela Ngale. Yes. Woo! And now I'll be introducing our group mentors, ne? So these are varsity students, okay? And some of them, they are quarter to finishing, or even 10 to 5 to finishing, okay? So these are the people that you relate to the most. I'm not saying you won't relate to these guys that are already working, but I'm saying, Uguti, everyone that I've introduced is working, right? He's a professional or she's a professional. But there's that gap. You need to know someone, also university, so you know what you are expected, what is expected from you while you're still at varsity, okay? So I'm going to call, Odokotela bethu. Please help me welcome the Vets Medical School Council. You know, I have civil engineering students in the house. Okay? So, these are the people in Bazio, man. Like, we come from the same school, okay? So we share the same experiences, we share the same struggles. We've seen it all, okay? So I'm going to call upon, first, I'm going to introduce a group, ne? They are from the South African Institute of Civil Engineers. And so, they are currently university students, but they are part of SAICI. So you will understand when you get to university, Uguti, each and every career has a board or an organization that they register under. And SAICI is just one of those boards, or what can I say, councils, that as a civil engineer, you need to comply with their standards, okay, in your professional change. So it's SAICE, S-A-I-C-E. So I'm going to call upon that SAICE. I'm going to call upon a fellow civil engineer. Bengifuna vele ukumfaka emasiphathini nabantu bakhe yabo ukuthi yabo ngapha ama-civil engineers ngapha ama-civil engineers abe emasiphathini. So amongst us we have a bridge engineer, guys. Hey, we only have a few of those in the country. Do your research. So he holds an honors degree in civil engineering from VETS. I did not say, you know, college. I said what? VETS, the second best, no, the best university in the country. I think, so number 2, ne? Mara, we are the best. Guys, there's no argument with that, okay? So he holds an honors degree in civil engineering, and he is a bridge engineer. Please help me welcome Mr. Mushe Mahubate. Fine. Now sizovala futhi ama-mentors there. After lapho sibe introduce ama-performers. But before that, I'll introduce our mentors, okay? The last but not the least, okay? So last year, I was part of my school council, okay? I was the chairperson of the school council. I was also a treasurer for the faculty council. So these people are my succeeders, if I can put it that way, okay? They are doing an amazing job. They're empowering students who do civil engineering, because engineering is hard. They offer counsel and mentorship, okay? So help me. And then because it's kolosam, okay? I'm joking, okay? Please help me welcome the VET School of Civil and Environmental Engineering Student Council. Okay. I think I think also go to scream again, manje. Thank you so much. You can listen to us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Give it up one more time for all our mentors today. So these are the people that they had some, weekends as a professional, on weekends you just want to stay at home, clean, wash, but they actually dedicated their time, okay, to come and speak to you guys. And to be honest, we're not paying these people. We didn't even transport them here. So they are here for you guys because you guys matter and your future matters, okay? So please, let's give them a warm, warm round of applause. Fantastic.
Ngicela umuhluleko ukubusisa mina, cela ubusisa umama ekhaya. Ngicela umuhluleko ukukhansela zami indlela, cela ukhansela kabhuti omdala. Simakade sezulu nami sengikhathele ukwena kunini ngikhuleka ngicela. Okungenani nami ngiyafisa ukukhuleka kwena ngibonga kanti wena ukhathaleni, ngicela uphendule yami emthandazo. Uvimbo ngemizwa izwa ngiqondile uvisimile. Ngiyaphila. Bengifisa ke ukuhamba sengivalelisile kulomhlaba. Bengifisa ke ukuhamba sengivalelisile kulomhlaba. Bangani bami ke nani ngifuna nazi. Ukuhamba kwami kulomhlaba ngingantshelanga kusho ukuthi angisanithandi. Ngifuna sikhumbuleke ukuthi la emhlabeni kukabili kuhamba umzimba kepha umphefumulo uyasala kulomhlaba ohlabayo nameva. Nabomndeni ke nabo ngifuna bazi ukuthi ukuhamba kwami akusho ukuthi sengiyobaflathela mihla namalanga. Bengifisa ke ukuhamba sengivalelisile kulomhlaba. Bengifisa ke ukuhamba sengivalelisile kulomhlaba. Bangani bami ngibambeni ngesandla. Okungenzeka ngiyobuya isibili kona kulomhlaba nginibambe ngesandla mina ngobe nginibhekise khona empumelelweni. Abomndeni ngifuna bezwe ngathi mase bathi sindelwa abathandaze imikhuleko bayilethe kumina kusimakade ngiyobadlulisela. Uma bezwe ngazathi sebathi ubumnyameni bakhanyisa ikhandlela mina ngoba isibani kubona ngiyobakhanyisela. Bengifisa ke ukuhamba sengivalelisile kulomhlaba. Bengifisa ke ukuhamba sengivalelisile kulomhlaba. Abangena onyakeni omusha ke kahle mina ngiyababongela. Thina abanye kasizange singene kahle. Sithe sanqamula unyaka kwase ngene ucingo. Kwathi umalume kabani okanye umntakabani usewushiyile umhlaba. Ngele kwalokho mina ngikwazanga ukuposta happy new year kanye njengani. Esikhundleni salokho mina bese ngiposta rest in peace kwazise labantu bekufanele ngibaphelezele. Bengifisa ke ukuhamba sengivalelisile kulomhlaba. Sawubona mnganami. Sawubona mnganami, ngicela ubambe ifoni. Izolo bengela uhlala khona uma ozala wena wangitshela ukuthi wena uphume ngesimo esiphuthumayo uye emtholampilo. Kuthiwa ke wena mnganami awubuyanga ngale kwalokho ke kwabuya umbuke kwathiwa wena ubusukhathele ukuphila kona kulomhlaba. Mnganami ke ngizozama ukwamukela. Kepha uhambe kanjani ungangitshelanga? Uhambe kanjani mnganami ungangivalelisanga? Uhambe kanjani mina ungangixwayisanga? Kunezinto njengamanje ezenzekalayo empilweni yami. Kepha ngiyasaba ukubungaza, ngizobungaza nobani ngoba wena uhambile ungitshelanga. Ongenani ngicela uvele ngephupho uzongitshela ukuthi usangithanda. Hleze ngizokwazi ukuxolela ngoba wena ubumngani wami uqotho. Bengifisa ke ukuhamba sengivalelisile kulomhlaba. Bengifisa ke ukuhamba sengivalelisile kulomhlaba. Uvimbo ngemizwa, izwa ngiqondile ukuvusa imizwa. Sawubona ma. Sawubona ke ma. Kuseyimini ingane yakho yokuqala enowayiletha kulona kulomhlaba. Usangikhumbula? Ngicela ungibambe isandla ma. Ongenzeka ukuthi ukuhamba kwami la ekhaya ngihamba ngikhuluphele, kepha namuhla ngiyabuya ma emzimbeni sengehlile. Sawubona ma. Kusayimina ma ingane yakho yokuqala enowayiletha kona kulomhlaba ma, usangibona. Ma ukuhamba kwami la ekhaya ke mina ngihamba ngiyozama impilo engcono. Uma ngifika ke lapha enyuvesi ngifike ngahlangana nabangane abangabhadlile kahle emakhanda. Ngizithole sengidla idakamizwa ngiphuza notshwala mihla namalanga. Sawubona ma. Kusayimini ingane yakho yokuqala enowayiletha kona kulomhlaba ma, usangibona. Ngicela ungibambe isandla ma. Ma ungenzeka sengikubukanise nomakhelwane kanye nomalumekazi. Ma siyazi sobabili ukuthi la emndenini bayegada ukuthi mina ngiyophelela lapha. Kepha ma ngiyabonga. Ngibonga ukuthi wena uhlale nami ize noma kunzima. Isifundo ke ma ebengisibhalisile ukuze ngiyofunda ngogogoda besithatha iminyaka emini. Kepha ma ngiphaphame ngonyaka wesithathu ukuthi mina ayibonga ngathi isikhathi siyangishiya la. Bekufanele ngibuye nesitifiketi ma esineyinkomba zokuthi mina sengifundile ngaze ngagogoda. Kepha esikhundleni salokho ma ngibuye nesitifiketi esineyinkomba zokuthi mina ngiyagula ma. Sawubona ma. Kusayimini ingane yakho yokuqala enowayiletha kona kulomhlaba ma, usangibona. Ngicela ungibambe isandla ma. Sawubona ma. Ma, kusayimini ingane yakho yokuqala enowayiletha kona kulomhlaba ma. Usangikhumbula. Ngicela ungibambe isandla ma. Ongenzeka ma ushaya ovalo njalo ma ungibona. Nami ngishaya ovalo ke ma ngoba mina ngingathi njalo uma ngifonela ufuna ukungiyila iyalo zabazali. Iyalo zabazali ke ma enyuvesi ayisebenzi. Besiphila ngeyalo zontangu masasaselana ngokufa shintshana namantombazana ngabafana. Kepha ma namuhla ngikuvunile ke ngekathi ngikutshala lapha enyuvesi. Lesi certificate engisiphethe ma siyinkomba ndlela yokuthi mina sengiyophila kabuhlungu ngoba mina ngahamba nominini ma. Kusayimini ingane yakho yokuqala enowayiletha kona kulomhlaba, usangibona. Uvimbo ngemizwa, izwa ngiqondile ukuvusa imizwa. Ngiyabonga.
Hello everyone. So I'm going to need you guys to be a bit patient with me. This is my first speaking engagement. This is the first time I'm actually doing this. But I'm truly inspired to see so many young people in one room willing to actually take all of this in. But yeah, I just want to share my story. I think there's power in testimony of where I come from, even with my career and everything. I'm not just the person that I am now. There's a story attached to me, right? And it doesn't look like the perfect, pretty story. There's always something behind, and even with me, that's the case, right? So let me start with my career path. Firstly, before I even get into that, I think it's important for me to say this. You're going to hear me speak about God a lot because my life is God ordained. So even with my positions and where I am, I didn't do anything, but it's literally because I chose God, you know. So I think it's important that I just place that out there. So I wanted to be a lawyer, I think since grade 7. That's where it started. In grade 7, my friends and I were having conversations, and we were just like, I don't know, we were just debating. I think that's what was happening. We were debating, arguing back and forth. And then in that moment, I said, I want to be a lawyer, based on the fact that I like to debate. And from there, that's just something that I always wanted to do. Into high school, I decided this is the path that I'm gonna take. And then I got to matric. And I had to now make the decision of obviously applying at certain universities and so on and so forth. And even with this, I want to advise you guys to apply at a lot of universities because I didn't do that. I applied at 2 universities concerning the career path that I wanted, which is law, right? So I applied at 2 universities, and I specifically wanted to start with BA law. So just to give a bit of a background, right? When it comes to your career path in law, there are 3 degrees. There's the BCom law degree, there's the BA law degree, and there's the LLB degree. So your BCom law and your BA law is an option. You can decide if you want to take it or not, right? Your BA law focuses on your humanitarian subjects, such as social issues and so on and so forth. And in that degree, you also focus on the legal subjects like your family law and so on and so forth, right? And your introduction to law. And then when it comes to your BCom law, then you focus on the business aspect of stuff. So you focus on management, accounting, tax, and then in addition to that degree, you also focus on your legal subjects like your introduction to law and so on and so forth, right? But in order for you to actually practice law, you have to have an LLB degree, right? So you can either decide to do BCom law or BA law first and then do LLB, or you can do LLB straight. LLB is 4 years straight, BA and BCom law is 3 years straight, right? So now, again, sorry, I'm going back and forth. If you want to start with BA law or BCom law, it's 3 years, and then when you do your LLB after that, it will be reduced to 2 years. So you kind of have options on what you want to do, but in the end, your LLB is the most important subject, right? Your most important degree for you to get into law and practice. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, now back to my journey. So I wanted to take the BA law route because I thought, oh, that's the easier route. I don't want to do accounting, I don't want to do tax and so on and so forth. But a lot of the varsities rejected me. So now I had to go to a private institution. Now, it's not because I have money. That's not my background. My background didn't look like, oh, I come from this family where we just don't have a lot of money and so on and so forth. My mom had to make the sacrifices for me, right? So I then studied BCom law, and it was through that where I discovered that actually this makes a bit more sense to me. Yes, it was challenging. Of course it was challenging because I'm dealing with accounting and tax, but it still benefited me in the sense of I was still doing other modules like your business and so on and so forth. So I was able to discover that I actually have my strengths somewhere in the industry of business as well. So after my BCom law degree, I decided to apply. Just to give a bit of a backstory, sorry, at BCom, when I did my BCom law, it was at, like I said, private institution, Monash, South Africa. And then I decided to transition to WITS, right, for 2 years of LLB. It was not a nice journey, I must say. It was extremely challenging, but I persevered. I put in the work. I had to show up. I had to make the sacrifices, even with my friendships. It was just all about doing what I needed to do to get this degree, right? So there will be moments where you're gonna have to make those sacrifices. You're gonna have to do the hard things. You're gonna have to fail and then pick yourself up again and continue. In the end of my LLB degree, I failed a module. I actually failed 2 modules. In my final year, I failed 2 modules. In the final push, I failed, right? I was supposed to be done with everybody else, but I failed. But by the grace of God, I got a supplementary exam, and I passed my supplementary exam, so that meant that, I passed on time and so on, right? So now, in respect of my career path, right? So a lot of the time, people say that there's only one route when it comes to law, which is being a candidate attorney, and then you become admitted, and then you become, a junior attorney, a senior attorney, partner, and so on and so forth. That's the journey that they sold to us. But there's more. There is more. Trust me, there is more. And a lot of the time, people will tell you that's a journey because of money. I want to encourage you guys to never be driven by money. Because you'll find yourself in positions where if you are driven by money, you will end up being depressed, you'll end up being unhappy, and so on and so forth. Because it's like you're not in a position of purpose, but rather you're in a position of being driven by certain factors that will not get you anywhere. So I just want to emphasize on that. So now, obviously after studying my degree and so on and so forth, I landed a job at a global insurance broking company, specifically within the legal and compliance department in South Africa. Now, I want to share my testimony, and this is why I say I never chose to be there. My story in general is not by my doing, but it's by the grace of God, right? So last year I had this entire, what's this thing now? Last year I had this entire idea of the fact that, I'm going to take the route that everybody says I should take, being a candidate attorney, right? But because I follow God, because I decided that, I want to live a life of purpose, I want to live a life that is not ordained by everybody else, I decided to submit my will to God. And as a result of doing that, a friend of mine randomly came up to me and said, Rita, there is a position at this global insurance broking company. It's a global company. I mean, for me, it was like, oh, okay, what? What do you even mean? I could have never imagined. So she asked for my CVs and whatnot and so on and so forth. So I sent it to her. And after sending it to her, then she connected with the person who was going to do the applications on my behalf. And I started getting emails from this recruitment company, and they were like, hey, we need more of your details. So at this point, all I'm doing is handing everything out. All I'm doing is sending in the CVs and whatnot and so on and so forth. And from there, I then get an email from this recruitment company telling me that I have an interview for this job, first round of interview. I got there and all these people wanted to do was to get to know me, right? To get to know me. And in that moment, the favor of God was upon me. Then I got shortlisted, second round. And then they interviewed me with the manager. Well, I wouldn't say, let me rather say the manager of the legal and compliance department, right? At the company that I work for. And then I got into the job. Now that is where I am supposed to be, and I enjoy it so much. So a lot of the time we are so driven by what everybody else wants to do that we don't realize that there is a purpose that is bigger than us. There's a purpose that is far beyond our own imagination. And for us to tap into that, we need to let go of what the world says we need to do. But you need to sit down and be like, what is it that I want to do? Like, let me not focus on what everybody else is doing, but what is it that I want to do, and how am I going to go about it? Am I going to put in the work? Am I going to consult with certain people? What is my direction? Don't be too considerate about the parents, what they want you to do, but what do you want to do as a person? And with that, you don't just run with it, then you take it to God. And you pray and be like, this is what I want to do. And then you will find alignment concerning your path. And I promise you, you will make it. Don't be discouraged. Don't feel like you're living a life that is purposeless. You're not. You are here for a reason and a purpose. And it's going to be so good, but you also need to just believe in the fact that it's going to be so good for you. Don't look at your background. Don't look at where you come from, but focus on the goal. Focus on the goal. There's a purpose destined for you, and you just need to remember that. Are you guys still with me? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Are you 100% sure? Yes. Yes. So I just wanted to encourage you guys with my story to be like, it doesn't matter where you come from. It really does not matter where you come from. There's a purpose attached to your life, and go out there and explore and see what's out there for you. I think that's also important, exposure, and this is such a great opportunity. I'm actually really grateful for this, because this is where you also get exposed and whatnot. Don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to dream. Please don't be. I was one person who was afraid to dream because I thought my life looked a certain way, and now it's a thing of, am I even deserving of that because of where I come from? Because I don't come from like the richest family and so on and so forth. But because of my background, it's like, can I actually get there? You can. You really can. I promise you, you really can. Are you guys hearing me? Yes. You really can. So that's it from me. I hope I helped a bit where I can. But yeah, work hard, just work hard and believe in yourself. You can do it. Okay.
Bengicela kuvela ukukhanya kweyami, bengicela kuvela ukukhanya empilweni yami, bengicela kuvela ukukhanya akweyami, bengicela kuvela ukukhanya empilweni yami, ngokuvela ukukhanya kweyami, bengicela kuvela ukukhanya empilweni yami, umzimba ihlanga ungibona nginamali, bathi akushayelo baba ongane emathune, anobalande emathune, anobalande emathune. Istori sami nesakho kasifani, owami umama nobaba sebashona, baba umdala kungani mina ngihlupheka ngathi ngisoni. I said please, please, yeah, I can't live like this, yeah. Bring back my mama, ngicela umbuyise akasikhulise. I said please, please, yeah, bring back my mama, bring back my mama, yeah, bring back my mama. Awufake enye ke kasi. Next nje lapho kwami. Yeah, kasi. Awungikhuphula. Hayi, asazi baba hethekile ke la ningakhali wakwethu. Yeah. Wena dali wami ngiphoxile, wena sithandwa sami ngiphoxile, wena sithandwa sami ngiphoxile, wena sithandwa sami ngiphoxile, wena dali wami ngiphoxile, wena sithandwa sami ngiphoxile, alolu uthando lwami luthathile, wena dali wami ngiphoxile, ngikuthembile emoyeni uhlukulezile, enhlizweni wena uthathile, bekushiyile ungimoshile, I can't believe wena ulahlile, sengitelile ungiphoxile wema. I'll meet you by the road, I'll meet you by the road, I'll meet you by the road, I'll meet you by the road. Wena dali wami ungiphoxile, wena sithandwa sami ngiphoxile, wena dali wami ngiphoxile, wena sithandwa sami ngiphoxile, Dali wami ungiphoxile awena sithandwa sami ungiphoxile alolu uthando lwami uluthathile awena dali wami ungiphoxile.
Okay. Hi guys. How are you doing today? I'm good, thanks. So this is my first time, so it's going to be interesting. Please bear with me. I think just similar to what she mentioned, I'm just going to share my story and hopefully you guys will learn something from it. I think there's like meaning behind it. So yeah, please bear with me. So I'm going to tell you guys where I grew up. So I grew up in Limpopo, in a village. I was raised by my grandma. I think growing up and looking back, I thought that I didn't have as much opportunities. I never thought that I'll be where I am, but here I am today, an engineer, speaking in front of you guys. So I wanted to tell you guys that it can be done, you know, it doesn't matter where you come from, just a little backstory, just a little motivation to start the conversation. I'm gonna keep this short because I know you guys want to eat, apparently there's snacks, so I'm gonna keep it very short. When it comes to university, I think this is like a perfect opportunity for you guys to go and get different careers that you could consider. Because when I was growing up, like I said, I'm from Limpopo, I didn't get a chance like this. I never attended such an event. So growing up, the only career that you could consider was being a doctor because I had an uncle who was a doctor. So I was like, okay, cool. Growing up, you know, I want to be a doctor, this is my thing, like Mary said. But I think grade 10 up until grade 12, that's when it sort of shifted. I still had it at the back of my mind, like, okay, cool, I'm going to do medicine. So yeah, fine, I applied to universities, and one advice I'm going to give you is apply to as many as possible. Only apply to 3. I don't know what I was thinking, but apply to many universities as possible. I think, okay, you can apply to 3 if you're that confident in yourself and you know that, you know, you could get through, but just apply to as many as possible. So like Mary, I also applied for medicine. I, you know, didn't get accepted. So I was like, okay, cool. I still had it at the back of my mind because I'm good with math and science. Cool, I'm gonna do, it was either civil engineering or aeronautical engineering. So I think the advice that I'm going to give today is mainly for those who want to be engineers, but I think it can be applied to, you know, anything that you want to do. If you want to be a doctor, you want to be an actor. So I just want to know which one of you guys wants to be an engineer? Oh, great. Okay, great. Good luck. Engineering is tough, but it can be done. The reason why I say engineering is tough, you know, some people take, you know, it's a 4-year degree. Some people take like 6 years or more to do like a 4-year degree. And I think, you know, not to undermine those people, it's just about discipline and seeing your end goal. So if you go into university and you see that, okay, this is where I want to be, in 4 years I want to be done with this thing, then you'll get there. Because, you know, the idea of university is that, okay, you get as much freedom. Like, okay, you're no longer staying with your parents. I can go party, you know, come back, I have a test next day, it's fine, can go party, it doesn't really matter. But it does matter. So that's when I also want to teach you, or tell you about time management. You know, it's fine to go and do other activities. You don't necessarily have to do, be school focused, like attend classes, that's, you know, all your varsity life. It's fine, you can do other things, but as long as you can manage your time well. So like me, I was part of the running club. I did running just as a form of like de-stressing or just, you know, something that's not school related. So I think you guys should look for another activity. It can be running, it can be chess, you know, choir that you can join so that it's not about school and you can have those memories when you're done. Yeah, and I think the first and second years are pretty rough. The first year you go in there, you know, you're pretty smart, you got into this university, well, at least that's what I thought. I went to Wits, by the way. So I went first year I was surrounded by all these other smart people, including Mary here, who's running such a wonderful initiative. I was surrounded by these smart people, and I felt pretty dumb. Because everyone is almost, when you're in, almost is from all these other schools, like prestigious schools, where they pay a lot of money. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to be here. But I think the main thing that pushed me then was being surrounded by people who motivate you. If you're surrounded by the wrong crowd, trust me, you're not gonna finish. It's gonna take you a while. So I think another advice, just be surrounded by, the people who are like-minded. You guys can form study groups, help each other understand something that you don't understand. So that's another tip. And I think first year is very important because for me, it's very difficult getting a bursary. So going to varsity, I didn't get a bursary from the beginning, right? So I was funded by NSFAS first year. So I told myself, okay, if I study really hard and stay disciplined and surround myself with the right group of people, then I'm gonna do really well. So, and that's what I did. I think I got 7, if not 8 distinctions first year. And that allowed me to get a bursary, which is the company that I'm working for, SLR. So I think my another advice on that is just to focus really hard first year, so that you can get funding, and that after that you can be able to get a job. Because I got a job after graduating, went to work. So it's pretty hard if you funded through NSFAS, because then you have to do the hard work after, and it's pretty rough getting a job. So I'd advise you first and second year, which those years are pretty rough. If you can just focus, get a funding, and then you'll be fine. I'm trying to see what else I could help you tell you guys. So like I mentioned, engineering is pretty tough, and I think Mary also mentioned it as well. I think you need to know when to seek help. It's okay, if you think, okay, I'm in engineering, or I'm in medicine, or I'm in pharmacy. Sorry, I keep on talking about engineering because I'm an engineer. I'm in engineering, I can do this thing, if you know that you need help, and I think most varsities have somewhere where you can go and you can, ask for advice, you can speak to someone, and then they can help you get through it. It's you never walk alone. So I think you need you guys need to know that you have people that you can talk to, either your friends, it can be a school thing, like WITS, they had a CCDU. You can go there and speak to them if you're going through difficulties. I think I've mentioned pretty much enough. I think just to end it all off, I've told you guys my backstory, so I think that should sort of help you realize that it can be done. If you want to be an engineer, if you want to, be a medical doctor, it doesn't matter where you come from. Like she said, you can do it, and you just need to stay disciplined. Just see the end goal. Don't get caught up in the university life. Okay, I can go party, and then, that doesn't really, you can always go party after graduating. By that time, you have your own money. So yeah, I think, I'm really grateful for this opportunity to speak to you guys, and hopefully you guys did learn something from me, and that's about it. Thank you guys for listening.
Nkosi ngiyathemba ukuthi levele ngihamba futhi ngiyathemba nabaphansi lapho engihamba khona hayi bambhekile futhi bayabona ukuthi ngiyazama noma le ndlela ngihamba inkuni awuba yona nameva kodwa ngeke ngilahle ithawula ngifikile Nkosi ngiyathemba ukuthi le ndlela engihamba lana wena uyihlelile futhi ngiyathemba nabaphansi lapho engihamba khona hayi bangibhekile futhi bayabona ukuthi ngiyazama noma le ndlela engihamba yilikhuni angoba yona inameva kodwa ngeke ngilahle ithawula ngifikile inameva le ndlela inameva inameva le ndlela inameva 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 le ndlela inameva inameva le ndlela inameva kodwa ngeke ngilahle ithawula ngifikile vele ukulahle ithawula kusizi wemntana omnyama impilo ayikaze yaba easy futhi kunzima ukuhlala ungacabanga impumelelo uma lapho buya khona gcwele usizi baba ngicela ungiphe amandla uma ngiphelela ngoba iningi izithe engafuni ngiphumelele ngicela nabaphansi bangibonisa indlela ngoba izitha iningi ezingifune ebumnyameni awungeke zingithole ebumnyameni hayi awumina ngeke zingithole ebumnyameni ngoba ngihambi ngedwa kunabantu abangiphethe angiyathemba uhlelile wenkosi Begile futhi bayabona ukuthi ngiyazama noma le ndlela engihamba yilikhuni angoba yona inameva kodwa ngeke ngilahle ithawula ngifikile thiwa inameva inameva le ndlela inameva inameva le ndlela inameva bathi inameva. Thank you so much.